Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a former Coffee County High School baseball coach is in trouble again. TBI agents have arrested a Lynchburg man following a stabbing last Friday. We'll take you to the Manchester Park Palooza event held last Saturday. We have video from the Tullahoma Mayor's prayer breakfast, and we'll speak with the CEO of the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
It's new car discount season at Stan McNabb Chevy, and we have prices that'll beat anybody else. New vehicles up to $17,000 off. Check out this brand new 2015 Chevy Sonic, only $14,600. Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Stan McNabb has all the new car brands you love in one location. And don't forget, we'll match or beat any dealer's price or give you a check for $500. And check us out online or schedule your service at stanmcnabb.com.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We are Goody Two Scoops.
I love Goody Two Scoops.
A family-friendly, yummy dessert specialty shop in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We excel in self-serve frozen treats and our own incredibly tasty chef-baked creations. For frozen treat lovers, we offer frozen yogurt, ice cream custard, as well as gelato and Italian ice. 85 flavors that rotate each day. 55 toppings including fresh sliced fruit. For our baked good lovers, Goody Two Scoops offers a variety of fresh pastries at a hometown price. Our two certified culinary chefs design and create incredible cakes. We showcase our cakes, froyo cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pies, and chocolate-covered strawberries, offered fresh daily.
I love playing.
Goody Two Scoops.
Welcome back. A former Coffee County High School baseball coach who allegedly threatened to kill his former girlfriend's husband and other patrons at a Thames Ford Lake restaurant last week is being questioned by the Franklin County authorities. The former coach, Bradley Weir, allegedly threatened to obtain an assault rifle he had in his car parked outside the restaurant. Authorities say Weir claimed he could kill the husband and other diners following an altercation. Weir is also facing unrelated felony charges in Coffee County. He is charged with statutory rape by an authority figure because of his alleged sexual involvement with a 15-year-old female student in the Coffee County school system. Weir was charged in February. He was dismissed from his teaching position after being employed for less than a year. Franklin County Sheriff's Department spokesman Sergeant Chris Guess says Weir's actions may have violated bond conditions related to the rape investigation.
Special agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation have arrested and charged a Moore County man following a stabbing on Friday in the Lynchburg area. At the request of 17th District Attorney General Robert Carter, TBI special agents began investigating the incident, which occurred Friday morning at a home on Pleasant Hill Road. The victim, an 18-year-old man, sustained multiple stab wounds and was transported to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for treatment. During the course of the investigation, agents working with investigators from the Metro Moore County Sheriff's Department developed information leading to the victim's friend Daniel Myers as the individual responsible for the crime. Early Saturday morning, a TBI agent arrested Myers and charged the 18-year-old with one count of attempted criminal homicide. He was subsequently booked into the Moore County Jail, where he was held on a $100,000 bond.
A state agency has released detailed information about the nearly $6 million in taxpayer-subsidized health insurance benefits provided to Tennessee lawmakers. The Nashville Tennessean reports that Governor Bill Haslam's administration handed over the public records a day after an unexplained delay. The newspaper requested the information after lawmakers voted against Haslam's proposal to extend health coverage to 280,000 low-income Tennesseans. After a reporter was permitted to read the information about lawmaker benefits on the state computer earlier in the week, the paper agreed to pay $1,500 for its own copies. but the state balked at turning over the records last Thursday as some lawmakers raised opposition to information becoming public. Of 132 state lawmakers, 116 are on the state's health insurance plan. Some state lawmakers are upset by the publication of health insurance premiums paid on their behalf by taxpayers, and they say administration officials approving the release should be reprimanded, while some claim it's part of a Haslam administration's effort to punish them for rejecting his Insure Tennessee initiative that would have expanded Medicaid coverage. Tullahoma Republican State Senator Janice Bowling says the release of premium payments shows no regard for elected lawmakers. The Chattanooga Times Free Press reports Bowling is saddened, shocked, and disgusted by what she calls a flagrant display or disregard for the rule of law. Lawmakers say the information should be blocked from public scrutiny. However, lawyers for various media groups say the information is covered by the state's open records law.
Joshua Hartman, an aero propulsion test engineer with the Arnold Engineering Development Complex Air Breathing Engine Test Branch, recently received the Air Force Civilian Tester of the Year award from the National Defense Industrial Association. The award was presented at the 30th Annual National Test and Evaluation Conference. The NDIA Tester of the Year awards are presented to outstanding individuals in the field of test and evaluation for acknowledgement of their accomplishments as a civilian tester, military tester, or a contractor tester. Each Tester of the Year was nominated by their organization and selected by the Office of the Secretary of Defense or one of the military service test and evaluation departments in light of their achievements. Hartman, who works with advanced military fighter engines, said, quote, "I am very grateful to be recognized at this level," Hartman said. "Everything that we do in test is very much a team effort. AEDC performs work that is not only exciting but crucial to the warfighter, and I am happy to be a small part of that. Every day I get to come through the gate and work with some of the best and brightest professionals in the industry. I look forward to continuing my career at the world's premier test complex," end quote. Hartman has 4 years of service with AEDC and is a resident of Tullahoma.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
The wait is finally over. The 2015 50th anniversary Ford Mustang is finally here. This is one awesome vehicle. Let me give you a few stats on this V8 Mustang. 435 horsepower, independent rear suspension, 25 miles per gallon, and this is the one you've been waiting for. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Don't blink an eye or you'll miss it. Come by Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester and check it out. The 2015 Mustang, the all-new redesign, will leave you speechless.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The city of Manchester held their annual Park Palooza event last Saturday. Newsleader's Philip Scoggins spoke with Parks and Rec Director Bonnie Gamble about the day's events.
Celebrate outdoors and being with our open space in our parks. And we usually have a kids carnival. We also emphasize health and wellness. So we have fitness trail, wellness trail, where people can come by and different groups talk about the services that they offer to the community, and people go and get a little bingo card signed that they've gone by the booths, and then they get a wristband and they can do everything for free. Our carnival games, we have inflatables for them to do. The petting zoo will be here. We also have a Gaga tournament starting, and we have a Zumbathon starting at noon. And we also have entertainment at Rotary Park. Spencer's Own is going to be doing a presentation, musical presentation about nutrition. It's sponsored by the Tennessee Department of Health Diabetes Initiative Program.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to teach the dance moves to Lexi. She's going to teach them all to you guys, okay? So this is what we're going to do. First move is whatever we sing, it was just my imagination. Your first move is called the Explosion of Joy, Happy Sunshine move. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Can Can you imagine what that move would probably be? That's pretty close, actually.
Wow,
that's really
intuitive.
You must be a professional, because it's actually like this. Pay attention. It's like this. Can you handle that?
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes, you can.
That's what I'm talking about.
So much better than I did. Free high five. Free high five right here. Boom. All right. Okay, so that's the first move. Just my imagination. The second move, it's Lexi, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Lexi. I was about to call you Lacey. It's Lexi. All right, second move is whenever we sing Running Away With Me, it's called the smooth running man or woman, in your case. It goes like this. Just go ahead and join me. Yep, perfect. Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Perfect. All right, okay. So
Good job, Lexi.
It's just my imagination running away with me, all right? So, and now everybody has learned the moves. So it's your turn to now participate and move your bodies.
Get up and do it.
Get up and do it, as Chris says. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for helping us out. All right, so the point is to move your body, everybody.
Treat this like a course in exercise. So don't just do it casual.
Slow motion.
Slow it back.
An exercise in slow motion, right?
Yeah. Don't just do it casual. Do it as if you're planning on your fitness here. It's just my imagination. Once again. Sing it. Running away with me.
Yeah. Extracurricular.
It was just my imagination. You're the man. Running away with me.
Bonus points for standing up, yes.
That's right.
And then they started the whole thing off this morning with our first annual bike parade, where we sort of went in partnership with Tullahoma Schools and Manchester Schools to promote it. And we had a great participation as they did their parade from the park around the square and back to emphasize getting out, and you don't have to have a car all the time to move and to go to places. So the kids learn that they can use their bikes as a healthy way of transportation. And we had some in wagons, we had some on scooters, and they were all decorated. And next year it'll be held in Tullahoma. So this is a nice annual event that we're cooperating with Tullahoma with. And this is also Parkpalooza is sort of our kickoff to all of our summer activities that are starting with our summer day camp that's for children ages 5 to 12. They come and spend the day at the park 5 days a week for 8 weeks. Parents love it because their kids come back exhausted. But in that summer day camp, we do gardening, and they work in our community garden and learn about healthy nutrition and eating through growing their vegetables and fruits that they can take home. We have fruit trees now in the garden, so that's going to be a nice addition for us. They swim every day in our pools that we have open, and our outdoor pool will open May 22nd to the public. So this is really in May. This is our kickoff to the anticipation of all the activities that are going to happen here in our parks and also in the recreation complex. And we also encourage everyone to look on our greenway, because we are going to complete another extension of our greenway in July, and it will link into our neighborhoods over at the Riverview Alternative School site. We are building a bridge across the Little Duck River underneath the Highway 55 bridge, so people will be able to come from the rec complex all the way over to those neighborhoods without having to cross any highways. So we're really excited about that.
And we'll be right back in a moment, right after these messages.
It's new car discount season at Stan McNabb Chevy, and we have prices that'll beat anybody else. New vehicles up to $17,000 off. Check out this brand new 2015 Chevy Equinox, over $4,000 off. Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac. Stan McNabb has all the new car brands you love in one location. And don't forget, we'll match or beat any dealer's price or give you a check for $500. And check us out online or schedule your service at stanmcnabb.com.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley and the First Baptist Church hosted the Mayor's World Day of Prayer breakfast last Thursday. Tullahoma High School football coach John Olive was the keynote speaker. Newsleader's John Gray brings us this report.
This is the International Day of Prayer Breakfast, and it's at First Baptist Church here in Tullahoma, and the room's starting to fill up, and today Coach John Olive will be the keynote speaker.
Abe Lincoln attended a church service in Washington, D.C. As he shook the preacher's hand on the way out, the minister said, "Well, Mr. President, what did you think of my sermon?" "It was fine," replied Lincoln, "but you didn't ask me to do anything great. I'm asking you to do something great in your own way. To those around you, especially the children, in 1 minute you can create a dream, inspire a talent, research a deeply buried gift, lift their self-image, or influence their character. This minute you spend with a child may be your greatest contribution to the world in your lifetime. And being good is contagious. You can start a chain reaction of acts of goodness. Treat every day as an opportunity to make something good happen in Tullahoma. And always keep in mind, one of the greatest jobs in life is to help others succeed." Good morning.
Good morning.
God's blessed our community. It's a great community, but it's also a community that has more to reach for, more to help, more to give. We just have more. And there's nothing wrong with our community because it's a great community. I've lived here for 22 years. I have seen unbelievable things happen. And I've shared this over the years with people about the giving that this community will do. May not be politically aligned with each other, may not be in the same church, may not even go to church. But they'll come to a time of need. I want to focus in on 4 areas because they're areas that I struggle in. Spending time with God. I'm real good at talking to God. Where I really struggle is trying to listen to God. You are born in your time and place for a specific purpose. Seek God, and you will find that purpose. Can you be flexible in your daily life? Can you realize when there's opportunities that come before you just as you're going through what we call daily life? Faith. Faith. Boy, don't we wish we had faith. Easy to say, hard to do. We're told, you got faith in mustard seeds, you can move them out. All around the world, there are people that are praying, may not have a clue that it's prayer day in the United States, but they're praying right now. The last area, and I struggle with this, is to give thanks in everything, as it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:18. My mom and dad always said, live life one day at a time. Live to the fullest each day. Change one life at a time. Change one person at a time. And we'll change our community. We'll change our state. We'll change our nation. We'll change our world for the better.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The much maligned Tennessee walking horse industry received some vindication recently when a federal court ruled in their favor in a lawsuit the industry had filed over mandatory penalties and the subjective nature of the federal inspections of the horses. Jim spoke recently with Mike Inman, Executive Director of the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration.
Pleased to have joining us on the set now Mike Inman, who is the Executive Director of the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration in Shelbyville. And you'll be hearing a lot about the National Celebration over the next few months leading up to the August event, which is they'll crown the World Grand Championship, among other things. Mike, I know you're here today to talk about some really neat things that are happening in the industry. But before we start, I know that this is an industry that has been much maligned over the last few years. Unfairly, if you happen to be close to it, as I know Jerry Harrison and I am here, and certainly it's your livelihood. But recently there was some vindication, I think, from a court ruling. It was not just a regular court, it was a federal court, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, it was a Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is actually the second highest court in the land. The only court with more power than that is the Supreme Court itself.
All right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Now, can you give us just a little background? There was a lawsuit filed by some individuals who felt like they'd been treated unfairly by the USDA in their inspection process. Is that a fair statement?
Well, what it was a suit initially brought by SHO, which is the Horse Inspection Organization, and Contender Farms over the USDA. Actually, it was a lawsuit about overreach, where the USDA was mandating a penalty structure that they wanted to put in, but they wanted it done by private individuals. And it was really a case of government overreach. And to have individuals sue the government and win at the second highest court in the land, that's truly a landmark decision. And it goes similar to the things that are going on with the IRS targeting conservative organizations. It's all about overreach that is rampant in our country, unfortunately, right now. We have from the USDA, some people talk about the regulations of the EPA and actions of the IRS. So it was a landmark decision. It's almost a man bites dog story, because it's so rare that you can sue the federal government and be successful in court. And as a matter of fact, not was it only a success, it was a 3-0 unanimous decision, and very strong statement.
Now, certainly if you're close to the industry, you're not surprised at that ruling, because I think most of us around the walking horse industry have always thought that this is not a fair process.
Well, that's true, but actually we lost the first round in Fort Worth, and we had to appeal. It was a nearly a 4-year process at $1 million, but it was worth fighting, and especially to prevail. And one thing that was very interesting that came out of it was the Fifth Circuit Court then, after making its decision, pretty much took the USDA to task about the inspection system that's going on, citing them that it was far more art than science, and that it was producing a tremendously large amount of false positives, in which they say that people are found to be guilty of something that they're actually innocent of, due to the intensely subjective inspection process. So that's quite a strong statement to come from 3 learned judges, but we concur and agree with that and are trying to work with the USDA to move away from subjective testing and to objective testing.
Right.
And we're hoping that we can pull them along and join us and work with us. But that's the next task that we have in front of us. Last year at the celebration, we instituted, in addition to the regular inspection process, a series of objective testing, digital x-ray and blood tests, to try to again go to the technology of today. The rules that we're working on came from a law in the late 60s, early 70s, and that's the science that we're continuing to use, and it's outdated, and it does create a lot of false positives, and it is more art than science. But to not to belabor the point, we started that, was called the Veterinary Advisory Committee, to use objective testing similar to what other breeds do and the horse racing breed does, and we're continuing that on. And matter of fact, met with the acting administrator of the USDA last Friday and try to encourage them to accept this organization and start moving towards this type of testing. So that's what's going on there. We're real excited about the progress that we're making, and of course, and again, the court case is helping substantiate that or reinforce that notion.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell, who will speak to us about the upcoming Police Memorial event in Tullahoma. Valerie Smith will be coming to South Jackson Civic Center this week with a show for the kids, and then out to Bell Buckle for a nighttime concert. The American Legion Poppy Sale is coming, so tune in for all those details, all that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us. We'll be right back with your weather forecast right after these messages.
We're having a huge inventory reduction sale going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia, with the largest selection in history with over 100 to choose from, any make, any model. Check out this 2014 Kia Forte, 14803, or this 2014 Kia Optima, 19587. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. Any make, any model, over 100 to choose from. Why buy anywhere else?
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1962 at 90 degrees. The record low was in 1989 at 35 degrees. The average high on this day is 77 and the average low is 55. Tonight, look for partly cloudy weather in your forecast with a low of around 51. Partly sunny weather expected for Wednesday with a high of 79 and a low of 56, and partly sunny weather remaining in your forecast for Thursday with a high of 80 and a low of 63. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a great evening.
Have a great evening.